he's checking his phone in there.
Checking. All right.
Did you see the guy jacking off on the subway?
Oh, did I see the guy jacking off on the subway? Oh, the video of the dude where he's just got his hand like in his blown out and1 shorts, and he's just kind of sadly tugging on it a little bit.
Yeah, he could stop at any moment. He's like, I don't even care if I bust.
Did you ever see the
Are
video?
we going, by the way?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The video of the Arab guy with Down syndrome and he's fucking the grill of the car like in midday traffic in like Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And no one's. It's like a.
But he's looking at his phone, I think.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like trading Pokemon cards on his phone.
Dude, my favorite part of that video is like, it's like a nice, like mid 2000s like AMG, like a classic. Like, he just had to pull over and get that nut off any way he knew how, which was the grill of a fucking.
Is he? He's watching porn very loud on his phone and fucking his car.
He's fucking the grill of the car. Like, and there's cars zooming past him, dude. Like fucking max speed.
Oh yeah, there's like traffic officers like directing like, people with like whistles and
dude.
like
you know that
and shit
he's some
around
like
him.
oil baron's son. That is.
It's the Blink 182 guy, the audio engineer guy.
No, it's like Billy Madison, but like the Saudi Arabian version. Where he's just the stupid fail son. He's like, I wonder what my boy's out there doing.
Yeah, and then he's on the submarine that explodes. The Titanic submarine.
Dude,
he's wondering about his
That's
boy.
why his son, because the retarded guy was fucking it so much.
Was fucking the submarine.
Yeah, he was fucking like the foam plates.
Before it went under.
Yeah.
Yeah, god damn it. I wonder if any of those guys, before they knew it was happening, was like... Because if I'm in a boat with a bunch of dudes, and you know you're going to die, do you ask one of them to just suck on it like a little bit?
You mean down in the submarine?
Yeah, yeah.
If the submarine is going down, somebody's getting hurt. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not asking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm making my own decision.
Which is okay if it's another guy. If it's a woman, that's not okay. But
Then
if
it's
it's another
not
guy, it's
okay.
like, okay, time for a prank.
Very good point. Yeah, very,
You know what I
very
mean?
good point.
I'm assuming they go down there to do that. Why
It's like
else would you go down
The only
there?
place you feel safe. You're like sending like... You're like, I just got a text that it's going to collapse. What are we even doing here? They're like, you got a text message? It's like, yeah, I really did. Seriously. What do we do? It says we have to stop using oxygen and put something in our mouths. What would we even put in our mouths right now?
God.
No. Is that a horrible idea?
We don't have any breathing tubes. But I mean, you know, just my fucking... scary brown penis.
This chart says there's no water and we have to drink semen. That's gross. I hate semen.
Yeah, I got an email, though, that said we have to drink cum out of little shot glasses.
You're like 8,000 feet below.
Is that seriously why there's a refrigerator of my cum on this submarine?
Oh, who the hell put that there? Well, you know what? Now it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I guess I'll take a swig.
Two of the people was like a guy, a guy and his son.
Get a little snort of that.
Let me get a little bump of that cum, brother. Dude, one of my favorite characters of that whole story was the guy's stepson, who he loves Blink-182, and all he tweets all day is how he wants to fuck trans women, and he loves saying the N.
He does the AV for Blink-182, right?
I don't.
And his dad was really rich and died on the submarine.
I don't think he does AV for them. I think
he does AAVE for Blink-182.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Thomas. Go ahead.
I'm not doing that. That's not okay anymore. It's fucking 2024, Ben.
No more AAV. Only.
I don't know a single Blink-182. I really whiffed
you
that
do
one.
the most AA. You do the most AV out of any podcaster I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because it's my fucking job. I'm a lunch pail podcaster.
It's how you get health care.
I bring my AAV in a little lunch pail. You know what I mean? It's nothing special. I can't do good impressions, so I'm a fake black guy. It's honest work.
Thomas up on one of those steel beams from the 20s, and he's just got like shoe polish and big red lips, and he's just like, "That's another day's hard ass work," you know.
Come on, man! I ain't working no more like this. Come on, well, get your ass off this pillow. You think I'm doing another bit of this work? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I roofed with a guy who sounded just like that, and he had yellow eyes. And that I had to Google
Jordan.
it. I'm like, what are yellow eyes black people? And it came up with jaundice. Yeah.
You thought it was like a
Michael Jaundice.
like a DNA trait? Like just something like eye color or like height.
Yeah, I mean, well, the only context I had for black people with weird colored eyes was Hobson at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I was
Yeah.
like, what is...
Turned out the truth turned his eyes white.
Yeah.
he was possessed by the truth.
Yeah.
I
He's
love
so awesome.
He named that album of his Pound Syndrome. Like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, he has an like an album, like a rap album called Pound Syndrome.
Devin knows everything about... By the way, I'm sharing a microphone with Devin, everybody.
I wasn't expecting to be on.
Oh,
It's okay.
Lord, it seems I've been afflicted with a syndrome.
I love Hobson though. One of my favorite rappers.
I like that there's like the Ill Mind of Hobson. And that's like a series, and it's the most popular songs he has are different series of his Ill Mind.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because he was doing a whole thing. Where he's like,
Yeah, but one of my buddies was like, honestly, like Ill Mind of Hobson 7 is pretty good. Like it was The Simpsons or something.
What's his like? What's he like? Hates mumble rap or something, and he's like a conscious rapper or some shit.
I guess.
Yeah, but he does spit real ass shit.
He started off just like being the guy that's like, not afraid to like talk shit about other rappers.
Okay.
And, like carry the Eminem
Okay.
throne or
Okay.
crown or whatever. And then he started like realizing he could like get a lot of views if he did like, we gotta stop jacking off.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Weed is rotting our brains.
He became like a wise old black fella at the bus stop.
Kinda, but he still is crazy. And
Oh,
he'll-
he's like a okay.
Makes
he's-
me want to split a brain and go insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I remember he dropped a song that was making fun of mumble rap, and then it like became one of his biggest hits because it was just like a hard trap beat in the whole music video. He's like,
Yes, I remember this.
yeah. And then people were like, this goes hard as hell, and he was like, no, it's not supposed to. And they were like, nah, just do shit like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what he's up to now. I think he like lives in Thailand, and he made a whole song where he's like getting jacked off in a massage parlor. It
Oh,
was
that's
really
nice.
He was he's like a black incel basically.
He's doing like Asher Roth, like raps now.
Is he?
Well, is he doing like funny songs about getting jacked off at like the
Yeah,
tuck,
it's like-
rub and tuck place?
It was like a wacky, and then I think the chorus is like sucky, sucky, fucky, fuck. Like he's doing like Asian like eyes, and yeah.
There's like
He's wearing Asian context.
It's so funny to go from like he was basically George Carlin in his head, the way he was rapping and stuff, like telling kids to get off the drugs and to wake up to the powers that be, like the obey type of stuff. And now
And he's just a retarded skateboarder from Panorama City, but he thinks he's like this sage.
Those guys are the most like a guy who can like barely read or write that just smoked like the perfect amount of weed is the first guy to be like, dude, money isn't real. It's not real, you know. And you're like, well, it's like probably the most realest thing that there is. And he's
Money
like,
is in the mind, and the mind is the power, and the mind makes the currency.
and you're like,
it's literally some shit he would say.
That's why they killed Capital Steez. With that slippery roof.
they infected his mind with schizophrenia. It's
They had banana peels on the roof. He was contemplating up there.
the CIA put banana peels on the roof
Yeah.
of Capital Steez. Fuck yeah.
Now I'm sorry, yo, because they killed him like Mario. That's what he would say, probably.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
He would make like a and then there'd be like a coin sound, like boing.
Yeah. Jumping off a roof like.
What were you doing in the fucking car? The Dennis Miller thing? It was pissing me off so fucking bad.
So Jake had to do one of those loop around things.
Get back on the 101.
Yeah, he had to had crazy turns and turning around. And I said, yeah, you're having to move so much like a jaguar. Yeah, you're looking like these roads have got you looking like Maroon 5 in 2015. Yeah, all right.
That sucks.
It sucks so bad.
You're bringing back a Dennis Miller.
Yeah.
Talk
that's
about
so good.
talk about moves like jaguar. Yeah.
The thing where you like
Maroon
repeat
5.
the tag
Yeah,
or the
talk about
punchline.
Yeah. Oh no, give me a break.
Red light. It's like a more like a district in Amsterdam. just looking at me like
Yeah,
I'm
talk
on the
about
freeway.
Diane Keaton. Yeah, get out of here.
Like, dude, God
Get
fucking
out of
damn it.
here.
Yeah.
Fucking God
The
damn it.
old Connor O'Malley video where he's like he's like an early or like a late 80s Dennis Miller impersonator, but from when he had long hair. So he doesn't look like Dennis Miller, and he's just doing that in Times Square. Is so good.
What was the fucking, I was watching it earlier, the one where he yells at rich people?
Oh yeah.
Shit's so goddamn funny, dude. I'm really fucking digging this party next door. I hope that maybe after this we can head over there. Is that what neighbor is that? That's the one that doesn't like you, or is that the one?
Jay's to the right, White's to the left.
Oh, the way it should be.
Here I am stuck in the middle with you.
Stuck in the middle of June.
Jay's to the left of me.
Persian Jews there, Israeli Jews there, interracial, a Chinese lady with a white guy over there.
Barely interracial, but yes.
Yeah, one of those.
You're saying it's all white people.
Yes. They have a bumper sticker that says, by the way, they love that I have a daughter, and they're so nice. Wait, what? It says Ching Chong Bing Bong. Don't like my driving? Ching Chong Bing Bong.
1-800 call 1-800
They have a big thing on the back of their car. It's a, you know, those stick figure family things?
Yeah.
So they have one that says, it's like the Star Wars, like the you know, the ships, the little things that fly fast look like bats.
Yeah.
The things that fly and go pew pew pew.
Yeah.
In the Star Wars.
TIE fighter, whatever the fuck. Yeah.
And then you know the elephant things.
Uh-huh.
So it's those, and then the bat things,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like the droid ones that are
Yeah.
walking, and it looks like a mom and dad and
and
they're blowing up like a stick figure family, and above that it says the Force doesn't give a frick about your family, about your stick figure family is what it says.
damn it.
It's the worst. It's the worst thing I've ever seen on the back of a vehicle, and that's really saying a lot.
I've seen stars and
horrible
bars.
things.
I've seen Confederate flag and stuff. That's way better than
That's just having fun. Yeah, which is weird because she's been actually getting gifts for my daughter, and she's been really she loves that we have a baby.
What if
But
it's
then they have that really obnoxious sticker on the back.
do you think she
that's
might
pro
just
Star Wars, anti-family?
and Ben, I hate to
bizarre.
even think about this, but all the stuff for your daughter. Do you think she's just fattening her up, getting her ready?
She's gonna take her to the
Yeah,
river.
like a carp.
Do you know
Get her
that?
very heavy so she sink when you put her in the river. Like an anchor.
So the stick figure family, and it has the dog at the end, and the mom's like eating the, like just has the stick figure dog. It's like unhinging the stick figure's jaw, and it's just the whole dog. In
It's a chopstick figure family. There we go. We got him.
We got it, Mass. We got
That's what I'm
there.
talking about.
Yeah, but learn to speak fucking English.
What's
if
up,
you're gonna move to
Peckerwood?
my country.
How's it going, man?
That's what I say.
You smell
Learn to
so
speak
good.
fucking.
She's like a very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the bumper sticker you get. Learn to speak fucking English.
Yeah, and some guy's like, me? Who's that even directed at?
He's like, is this like an ad?
I like the ones.
It's an
Learn to speak fucking English. Call this number.
1-800 Ching Chong Bing Bong. The fucking the I'll stomp your, if you stomp my flag, I'll stomp your ass one is so good. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, those are really good. I
Yeah.
like the ones where it's like
If you stomp my flag, I'll fuck your ass.
yeah. The guy makes it like readily, like immediately apparent that he like pushes his wife into the pool too hard when they're like playing around. You know what I mean? Like he just kind of like fucking, like they're like having the kids are diving in the pool and he's like, I'm gonna get you, just really lets her have it.
One of my buddies saw one of the guys with like kill your local pedophile bumper sticker on his truck.
Yeah.
And then the guy got out of the truck and he also had a shirt that said that on.
It's kind of like how it's kind of like how husbands and wives will match. He's like, I'm married to my truck.
Yeah.
We always match when we go out.
He got out of his truck and then shot himself.
Those guys always end up being like the guys online that become like right-wing provocateurs. They try to enter that space and they go with the whole like kill your local pedophile thing, and then someone like replies with a screenshot of like, hey, is this you? And it's always the most grotesque sex crimes.
The best one I've seen is there was
violent.
There was a biker guy who was wearing the shirt, but his hair was really long, so it just looked like he was wearing a shirt that said "Your local pedophile," which is kind of pimp. Like if that's your thing, you should own it. You know what I mean? Like, do you want them to hide it? You know.
Ben, I have the bumper sticker you just described. In my hometown, I was back visiting family. Do you know the Harry Potter symbol? It's like a triangle with like the circle and the line in the middle. It's like the Deathly Hallows symbol or whatever.
I thought that's the E pluribus, the thing on the dollar or whatever.
No, it's like a triangle with a circle and a line in the middle. It's like a Harry Potter sign of like the most powerful wand in the world anyway.
It's probably a rip-off of that.
Anyway, it was that, but it was the thin blue line, like blue, white, black.
No.
So
Are
it
you
was
serious?
like, yeah, it was like the Elder Wand, which is like the biggest wand in the book, the best one. But it was like I love cops too, which is mixing Disney adult with like pro police stuff. Seems like it was made in a lab to make me want to kill everybody.
I carry Deathly Hollow points in my gun.
God damn it!
Yeah,
That really stinks.
yeah, it does.
Fucking sucks.
One butterbeer for me.
Too many butter beers behind the wheel, sir.
Well, you're going to jail.
Basically, like the whole trip, just fucking the whole drive from Seattle.
I've seen the Mickey Mouse thin blue line bumper sticker.
That's
I've seen that shit.
Okay, what is? I feel like Disney adults, you have to be like the worst, most gay type of lib. If you're like a Republic, like how does that work? Because you're into cartoons for babies, and you're also like I like it when cops kill black people.
I mean, if you're too fat to like ride roller coasters, like why would you hate the police? Like why?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, who's the couple that you're obsessed with that you've been watching for like fucking 10 years?
Will and Don.
Yeah, I see those guys.
Watching them for years.
They love cops. There's no doubt in my mind.
They don't. Do they love anything? Well, they're kind of hateful people. They're cunts. They go to the Cheesecake Factory. They're like, it's a 6 out of 10, and they ate everything.
Rating the Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, they're always like, our waiter didn't come over immediately and give us a glass of water, so I don't know if we're gonna do 15% today. They're that type of couple. They're actually they're cunts about everything.
Yeah.
But they're dogs. They have the palate of a catfish. So they'll eat whatever's in front of them.
Who was the guy that we watched it like 90% Wounded Wolfie? He would just do those
Wolfie's
like
sick.
He didn't die, by the way. He came back.
Oh, okay.
He's still doing like spicy challenges.
Dude, what pissed me off about him is he's like 400 pounds, but it takes him a normal amount of time to eat a big burrito. It takes him like 10 minutes.
I think it's a front.
Yeah.
To be like, see, I can't actually eat that fast.
Yeah, he's like
Wounded Wolfie, when his mom had to. Remember when his leg got stuck to his gamer chair?
yeah.
Because Wounded Wolfie is like a 600-pound guy who. Remember I showed you him. He makes up challenges for himself on YouTube. So he's like, all right, guys, everyone's been asking me to do this viral food fed challenge. So today we're gonna eat a box of Fruity Pebbles on top of 5 hot dogs in under 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like. No one is doing this challenge. You're absolutely making this up because you want to eat it, and then you're filming it and acting like it's your influencer hustle.
My favorite one was he slipped up on one and said that he had been doing it for the last few days, which was awesome, and it was like an entire gallon of Hawaiian Punch with like something else thrown in there, and he did it in a giant pitcher, and he drank it in, like, to his credit, like a minute. But it was like a lot of it was like just getting on him and stuff, from what I can remember. But being like, yeah, I've been doing this, but now I'm doing it on camera. It's like, or he would do like a 3 chimichangas challenge, and they would just be like regular size, like small chimichangas.
And he would just kind of eat them, and he puts on headphones and he listens to like Avenged Sevenfold while he eats chimichangas.
Yeah, the best was when he would play it off
his mom's
a phone,
always sitting there.
when he would play it off a phone speaker.
Yes.
so that the people in the video could hear music in the YouTube video, but it would be way too quiet because it would just be for him to listen to. And
As
then,
he's doing this.
and the noises would still just be heaving, and then like royalty-free rock music in the background.
He the worst video he has is so he had you know how fat people have like edema and they have like growths on their leg where it looks like a tree in an ancient forest.
Yeah, of course. I'm a man of taste.
So you saw the clip of Wounded Wolfie? He got his leg.
Yeah,
he was on
yeah.
a stream and his leg was stuck to his gamer chair.
Yes, of course.
Because the skin was like always ripping off and just it was like moldy, and it got stuck to his chair and he couldn't get his leg off of the chair leg. So his mom, and it's a bunch of dead skin, so his mom had to come in and get down on her hands and knees. She's like geriatric,
Yeah.
and she had like a scissor and she had to cut through his leg.
That's
to get
beautiful.
his it off the
That's
gamer
beautiful, man.
chair. And it's like, dude, go like turn the webcam off or something. Have you seen The Whale?
Yeah.
Turn it on. Why are you still streaming your mom cutting? Like she's like a fireman essentially, where
Yeah.
it's like you have to cut. It's like 8 hours or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
127 hours.
127
but
gallons of soda. He's just like
it's
fucking-
him trying to stand up from his chair.
Dude, my cousin, he's probably pushing at this point like 650. He's a real big guy.
650.
Yeah. He can't. It's not a joke. He can't. He has to walk sideways through doors. You know the Yo Mama joke where it's like Yo Mama's so fat. He like can't. He has to go.
Well, what's funny is some of them get fat that way, and others get
others-
fat like the bikini bottom, like
He-
NPC fat.
He's like both ways fat, but it's easier for him to come through the door like this. Like
What do you think that is? It's
just
kind of like moving a sofa.
yeah, it's just his build. Dude, he fucking so.
He has to lean back and.
Can I see a photo?
Yeah, I'll pull one up. Actually, he deleted his Facebook because he got banned for posting too many Chinese racist TikToks on there. But we were at Thanksgiving one time, and he gets the big gulp from 7-Eleven. I forget how many ounces it is, but it's the big motherfucker. I think it's like 48. He drinks like 10 of
I
those.
think it's a 64.
Oh, okay.
I think they still have the 64, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, this is Texas.
Yeah, you have to get 64.
Yeah. You only get the biggest one. Dude, he drinks like 10 to 12 of those a day of Dr. Pepper. And he like is a NEET, like just stays in his room all day and plays like StarCraft or whatever and like League of Legends.
Jake molested him.
Yeah. He's really easy. He can't run, so it's not that hard.
What did happen to him? Did you like touch him?
No. Well, what happened to him that made him that way?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
what made him become 650 pounds.
Yeah. That side of my family, the parents got gastric bypass and became fat a second time. Like they got their stomachs made.
They're like, let's just start this shit over.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So his room, he sits in there all day and just rots and like eats sugar and like Little Caesars pizza. One Thanksgiving, my mom was like, "Well, you go tell Brian that like the food's ready or whatever." And when you open the door to his room, it's like, you know how in Scooby-Doo when there's like a bad stinky ghost and like green lines? It was like a thick fog that like emanated from out of there. And he vapes all day, so it like hangs above the room. He's got a big box maw that he just and I open the door and he just like peeks out of it. And he's when fat people get so fat their skin darkens? They get like splotchier skin. He's like, "What?"
It's edema, I believe.
Yeah, I was like, "Dude, the Thanksgiving food is ready." And he like, "Okay." And then I have to, you know how when someone goes to open a door at the store and you just move out of the way a little bit? I had to go to like the other side of the door completely for him to open it and then just kind of like squeeze his way out and then just like walk out, into the living room or whatever.
How many calories do you think he's eating a day to stay?
I did the
that
math,
big?
and so a big gulp of Dr. Pepper, like, I think it was something like, just one of them is like 200-something grams of sugar. He has like 10, so it's like 3,000 grams of sugar a day.
So it's the sugar that makes him that big.
Well, he also eats like 4 large pizzas for one meal. He's like,
You've seen him eat 4 large pizzas?
I've seen him do 3.5. Yeah.
Which means he's being good. He's in public.
Yeah. He's being normal. Dude, I've told Thomas this. My dad used to get in trouble. Yeah, it's gnarly. My dad used to get in trouble with that side of the family because
so much money.
when my aunt would walk around, he would follow my aunt around and go because she would waddle, like was really fat, and everybody would yell at my dad, and he'd be like, "What? She's fat. She's fat as fuck." And it's like you're doing the fat guy tuba noise. It's not nice.
Well, he's
else
ripping
do you-
off the Family Guy cutaway.
Yeah.
How else do you lose weight though? Unless if somebody came behind me and did that, I would lose like 100 pounds in like 6 months. If somebody was making circus noises at me when I walked.
Yeah. He was a Walmart greeter for a while, but they wouldn't let him.
I thought you were about to say he was a walrus for a while.
Yeah, he was working as a walrus for a bit. Yeah,
He was in the movie Tusk by
Yeah, of course.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah. I think he just couldn't stand anymore, like for that long. So they like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a funny job to not be able to do.
Are you fit to greet people?
People they just leave and go to a different Walmart.
They let people do that who like chew on the baseboards of their own house. Like, how fucked up do you have to be
Yeah.
to where like you can't? You know what I mean?
My name is Mashed Potatoes Johnson.
My name is Beef Gravy. I just
Yeah.
want to try to just get some money in my life.
The greeters, it's kind of like an ad, I think, for Walmart, really, because now the greeters really only exist to be like a heartwarming local news story.
Yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
like Agatha is 107 years old and she's still, and then like it gets to an interview with her. She's like, "Yeah, I'm really behind on rent. Like things
Yeah.
are fucked up." She's like, "I can't retire yet."
I'm with you. Those stories never make me feel good.
My five
No, they're working
sons
'cause they
all
have
killed
to.
themselves.
Yeah.
They killed themselves and their wives, and I'm saving up. I need to save up $200,000
So,
for a family annihilation funeral.
I have 5 daughters that they all were murder suicided by their lovers.
Mm-hmm. And
I was first raped at this very Walmart,
in 1942.
and I never quit, and he's still the manager.
It'll
day he tries to hit me with his Corolla.
I am the oldest rape victim in the world.
The oldest living rape victim.
they'll be like
Japan is home to some of the world's oldest rape victims.
the fucking the video's been where it's like just a guy with like a massively bad like traumatic brain injury. Like he used to be like a cyclist or something, or he was like a great guitar player.
Yeah.
And then he's in the kitchen and he like opens up a big bag and it's got a McDonald's hat in it. And the mom is like, "Mikey, you got the job at McDonald's," and you can see the pictures on the fridge of when like he was like climbing mountains and stuff. When he's like, "Hey, oh," and the family's clapping, and it's like the comments are like, "Yes, we love this," and it's like this makes me want to burn my own house down. dude.
I go to sleep under the bed now. I don't like shadows. They're just like feeding him like Pop-Tarts under the bed like he's like a cat.
Sliding it under the door like a prisoner's meal.
I like it dark. His vocal cords are all fucked up.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. Speaking of fucked up vocal cords, are you guys gonna vote for RFK Jr.?
He dropped out, didn't he?
No, he's still running, isn't he?
He endorsed Trump.
I thought he endorsed Trump. I think his name's still on the ballot.
Oh,
in
okay,
some
that's
of
what
the
it
swing
is.
States,
Yeah.
I think he doesn't want people. He doesn't want to be like who was the guy that took all the votes away from?
Nader?
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be looked at like that. So
Is he like? Oh, so I guess he ran as a Democrat or as an independent. Does it matter?
He was an independent
independent.
because he was going to take the power away from the big, the big.
big voice,
Yeah,
big working
and-
voices.
Big working voices lobby.
Yeah, and we were all with him. He made some very good points about how to hide animal bodies and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It did so that dog was a goat. The picture of him eating the dog,
really.
it was a goat, but he was already cooked by then. There were so many other weird stories. Also, like him sexually harassing like 200 women, I guess didn't help, but
Yeah, but he's a Kennedy. That's like
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
yeah.
I was telling
know.
Thomas when those accusations came out, and he went on the news and was like, "There's going to be more." So funny.
that was a
I didn't even know about this. This
that
is
was,
I
that was,
don't.
that was a half court swish, if you ask me.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said, "Hey, you think that was bad? Way worse coming, and I don't give a fuck."
Does
Yeah.
anyone think that accusing anybody of rape at this point matters? Like, who is it taken down?
Harvey. They got Harvey.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
he
I
was
think
a scapegoat. They did that to him because of his religion, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, I was talking
And
to Ben
they're
about
doing it all across the world, Devin. You'll see it. You'll see.
I was talking to Ben about this last night, but Lex Friedman interviewed Kevin Spacey, which to me is like the funniest guy to interview. Like your comeback interview is a guy who's like, "Do you believe in the endless power of human love?"
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, "I raped a lot, so yes, I did a lot of molesting, so I believe in some aspect of it." But it was like 2.5 hours long, and it was like forgiveness and redemption, and you're talking to like a human robot.
The whole thing was Kevin Spacey trying to rape Lex Friedman, and Lex Friedman could not wrap his head around the idea of that. He's like,
love
so,
is love and rape is rape.
So when you say that, is that sort of like, so I guess the way I see you raping me is like, so imagine there's like some bugs in a tree, right? And they're all trying to get out, right? But they don't, there's tunnels that they have. And Kevin's like, you know.
I mostly just wanted to have sex with your body.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That guy fucking. His movies were. I liked some of them.
I hate that he's gone. I don't think he did anything.
You don't think he did anything wrong?
What did he? No, not really.
Didn't he like finger?
It's like it's part of the gay culture. It's like dog fighting for them. I truly don't care. He's an amazing actor, and everything's worse because we got rid of all these.
What if he
people.
was method acting?
Yeah. Also, I watched some documentary. All these guys were like still hanging out because they thought he could get them a job.
Yeah.
Like they were all like Black Rifle Coffee
When-
retards
when-
that were just jacked, and he was like trying to fuck them.
When Daniel Day-Lewis builds a cabin, nobody bats an eye. But when Kevin Spacey, for his future role as a rapist, has to, you know, get the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like the fact that all of his
I
victims
don't know.
killed.
I don't stand by that, but who knows? That's a weird thing to say. But
Thomas is like, I'm gonna walk that one just a little bit.
I don't know who. You know, let the judge decide.
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah.
I think they decided he was.
It was all thrown out.
Turns out he was innocent, unless you don't like the rule of law. And in that case, we're going to re-review all the guys who went to jail for January 6th, because it turns out we can't trust anything anymore that these damn courts are doing.
100%.
It's crazy that they got the guy from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, that dude, the voice actor guy.
Yeah, I feel
yeah.
like if you were in Bob's Burgers, you should get to do one
Racist
January
thing.
6th. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
Just one.
What's the big deal? It's just a little bit of.
It'd be pretty sick if that happened again if Trump loses.
Dude, so here's my thing. I feel like it's better for the country if they let him win.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that they're just gonna do like a more well, the FBI is gonna do a more fucked up version of it, essentially.
Oh, like they'll kill him.
They'll
like,
just kill
after he-
people. I think they'll just probably go crazier. Because
Look.
like half the dudes that got arrested, the half that didn't, they were all FBI informants or some shit. So I'm like, well, what does the second one look like if he loses? He lost to Joe Biden the first time. If he loses to a black Indian lady, what those people will do?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Michelle
Like,
yeah.
Obama.
They might turn racist.
they might do something racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we really need to take this seriously, because the fabric of democracy is at stake. Have you guys heard about that?
I have heard about that.
Yeah.
What is that? Go into that.
So like, this is a battle.
Go into that.
This is a battle not just for an election, but for the fabric of our society, and it's about not just winning, but about keeping something very American alive, and that is a sense of compassion in this country.
Oh, yeah,
How do you
sense
guys
of
feel
it.
about that? I was eating like half a pizza by myself, and I was watching TV at the pizza place, and they had the DNC on, and I was watching it, and Pete Buttigieg went up there for his like victory lap, because he, I guess, had gone on Fox News and like had gone viral, and he was like, I never thought I'd be saying this, but I'm Pete Buttigieg, and you might know me from Fox News. And everybody was like, "Yeah!" And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you tried to be president like last time. Like you got fucking dog walked.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
There's I think
We watched one of the worst. Speaking of gay guys that suck my ass, Devin had. We watched the 3rd episode of The Last of Us. Do you know what that is?
Oh
No,
yeah,
I haven't seen it.
yeah.
The famous gay one.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman's gay.
Yeah.
It's a zombie apocalypse, and the whole time they're just like fucking each other in the ass in this house, and like you don't see any zombies. And everyone said it was like the greatest episode of TV that's ever been made. It's just like Nick Offerman is just like playing the piano as a guy is like putting a penis in his ear. It's like the whole thing for like an hour, and then you don't see any fucking zombies, and they're not even really acknowledging the zombie apocalypse. Actually, they're just being gay in a house.
Ben, you're being like purposefully obtuse, man. Come on, dude. That was a love story.
That's kind of my thing. That's how I've established my worldview.
Yeah, more like Jack's Offa Man.
God,
Instead of
dude.
Nick Offa.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think when that
So
episode,
I've been working on that one since you started the story. Sorry, I know I'm a little late because it took me a while. I went off. Okay, Nick. All right, can't go Nick. Yeah.
the
Offers a man money.
Yeah.
Offers man money.
Nick
offers man
Dick
money.
Coffer man, and he's coughing because he's sucking on it too
Oh,
aggressively.
Coffer man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Dick soft and man, I'm not sure if this is gonna work.
yeah, okay, and you don't know if you want to be gay.
And he's whittling a canoe, and he gets in it, and then there's a guy that pops up out of it and starts fucking him in the mouth. And he's like, "Yeah, just as I planned, epic bacon."
When that episode dropped, the two parties that existed on the internet were what's happening to television, and this was the best. Like, you know, you're saying this was the best thing.
Devin kept me privy of it. Like, everybody was losing their fucking minds over this show.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, The Last of Us show. You didn't like it?
No, we watched the pilot. It's horrible acting. It's shot terrible. It looks like a student film.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
character that who's the gay Latino guy?
Pedro Pascal.
He sucks ass in it somehow. Even.
Boring and unlikable.
No, it sucks ass.
And then they have to have the like obligatory like the girl who's in it, but she like doesn't have a pussy in real life, or is one of those things where we all have to like celebrate that online. Like, look, she wears Steve Harvey suits, and like we're not sure what's down there.
I mean, I think to some degree that
You could say the same about Kamala Harris.
It's just a really like it feels like a soulless, forced show. It's just a live action. It's like a reenactment of video game buffering scenes.
well, if you focus group everything, you know, and like
Yeah.
you put $1 million an episode into something, I think everybody who really likes that type of stuff needs to have a moment where they go, I feel better for having consumed this. And if you don't feel good about it, then that makes you Hitler.
Yeah.
And it was a TV show, man. I just want to watch
I watched
TV.
the whole thing. It was entertaining. I'm not like Ben. Like Ben goes crazy. And
Yeah.
he turns stuff off 10 minutes in. Like I really marinate in like the hate. And I watch
gotcha,
the whole
yeah.
thing,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
go look up interviews, and I go, how do I want to like piece this together?
Pinpoint my
like
my-
Oppenheimer. Like yeah,
my disdain.
yeah.
It just kind of drove me crazy when it dropped. I'm like, is this people? Yes, people were like posting manic screeds on Twitter about like, my life has been changed because of this. And
They were saying it was The Sopranos. That's
Yeah.
everything I saw. About
Yeah,
it.
and then
It's
other-
The Wire.
the other side was like, this is disgusting. Like the Western civilization is decayed into nothingness. And I'm like, it's a prestige. It's dog shit TV.
Yeah, well, everything has to be complete extremes. We
Yes,
can't just go,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a mediocre show, it's mildly entertaining.
Yeah.
and
One of the worst shows I've ever seen.
Look, guys.
That episode really today, I hadn't seen it since it came out, and we were all like, there wasn't much on TV at the time, so I thought it was Thomas is really geared one up, but it was really horrible today watching with Ben.
Yeah.
But Ben also makes everything. If you watch something with Ben that you think is good, all of a sudden it's like, wow, this is the biggest piece of shit,
Dude, that makes me mad about Ben because Ben talked up this stupid fucking dog shit movie to me. And we share a lot of the same tastes.
I gave you plenty of disclaimers. No,
No, you did not enough. He told me to watch The Gardener. And it
No,
was
Master Gardener.
The Master Gardener.
that movie's a hunk of shit. Ben likes Paul Schrader
Dude,
way too much.
and Paul Schrader's great, right?
I've acknowledged that the card counter sucks ass too.
Okay.
The last three movies have just been about like different guys that are Nazis. Like one was a gardener, and now a guy's a card counter.
Ben is like, hey, Jake, watch this movie. And the whole movie is, for those who haven't seen it at home, the whole movie is Joel Edgerton plays a former Nazi who goes into witness protection, and then he has sex with a 20-year-old black girl, even though he's 46, and then the movie just sort of ends.
Yeah.
They've all paused the podcast now to go watch that movie.
They're
That's
like,
an amazing log line. And you buried the lead that he's a white nationalist.
oh, I said he was a Nazi.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny that like of all the movies that you doubled down on, I was
No, because you like the card counter so much.
Yeah, that's
Look. No, look. No, I just want to say movies like that, the reason why they make guys like this mad is because they're designed in a lab to tick off Trumpers.
That's right.
yeah, that's me.
That's right.
That's me. Yeah, I hated it because he didn't have enough sex with her. That was
You
why.
hated it because it was an interracial relationship, which a few years ago would have made me mad too, but now we've moved on. You know what I mean? And we can accept these things, and it's okay that happened at the end.
Yeah.
Jake, your favorite movie is First Reformed. You love that fucking movie.
It's not my favorite, but yes, I love it.
You love that movie.
Yeah.
By the way, you need to see Winter Light by
Okay.
Bergman. It's basically I'm realizing that Schrader kind of just rips off things he likes completely. I'm not
Yeah,
even
great
sure if
guys
it's an
do that
homage
all
at
the
this
time.
point. No, he kind of actually just lifts completely. He's kind of a thief.
Bites it. Yeah.
He's a bullfrog thief.
His
But you love that trilogy so much, or you love the card counter.
Card counter's
because
great.
you love the Gitmo shit.
Yeah,
and all
it's so
that.
much fun. Yeah.
And then you love First Reform. I'm like, you should go see Master Garter, and then you act like I led you astray. I'm like, dude, you had to see the third one.
I will say this.
You got to see the trilogy if you like the first two.
Yeah,
Even
you're
if the
right.
third one, you still have to see Matrix Resurrection.
I dogged on you a bit too hard on it. It just made me. It kind of gave me a sense of like, oh, what is this movie about?
It's about Nazis and guys who like flowers and black ladies.
I wish I could forget the Holocaust ever happened, if I'm being honest.
It's about a Nazi who loves, but look, Schrader shows us that even a man who's a Nazi could love a lily or a daffodil or a buttercup.
Yeah.
The range, he can't process the range of emotion. He can't imagine the depths of a man's soul that he can both love Hitler and the lilies of the valley.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting alone on the way back on the plane, just like, oh my God, he's right. It's like they're just drawing shit in my journal.
He
just
was an evil man, but his compost. My
yeah,
God.
he loved lilies.
Dude,
And
Jake, how hard were we laughing this week when I texted you that timestamp of the guy that went on Tucker Carlson this week and said that Hitler was the good guy and Winston Churchill was the bad guy in World War II?
Yeah.
We were crying. Laughing at that.
Yeah. Ever since leaving X, the Everything app, as Thomas likes to call it.
Everything app?
Yeah, that's what
it is.
That's what they call
Have
it.
you checked out Grok 2?
Yeah.
They call it the Everything app?
X, the Everything app.
Yeah.
He really sucks my ass.
More like-
Yeah.
I hate
Are you
Elon
are you
so
one of
much.
those what's it called?
I'm a never Trumper.
You're one of the blue sky libs? Yeah. How about you get on the free speech app and actually get a taste of reality? Get a taste of what Grok 2 is cooking up right now. They got Grok 2 now, and it's only like $25 a month to access it. And you can make memes of the Hawk Tua girl.
It's
Yeah.
so funny.
I make thousands of memes every day of the Hawk Tua girl, and I send it
it's
to
epic.
I send it to an email.
Jake made me privy to this, but most of the AI like ChatGPT stuff is actually just like there's warehouses of like Pakistani guys who are like on each other's shoulders, like kids in a trench coat sneaking to a movie theater, like working tirelessly like to type and like make the AI.
They get
stuff
paid
and
like
send it
$2
out.
an
It's
hour
not a computer doing it.
to like refine it. The computer gives you
It's
response.
like a kid with a Procreate and
Yeah,
iPad
like the
who's
co-
on meth.
They'll give you responses. The computer will, but like the people that are in charge of refining it, yeah, they're like Southeast Asian, like Upwork, like $5 an hour guys. It's stupid.
That's why sometimes it's down, quote unquote.
Yeah,
It's 'cause
yeah.
He's the guy's like, I'm on lunch.
Yeah.
The AI's taking a lunch break.
It's a bunch of Indian guys being forced to create racist AI art of Indian people.
Yeah.
That white guys are like, hey, what if it's a black guy, but there's a bunch of chicken in his head, and there's Jewish scientists like studying.
Yeah,
him.
and it's just hard to even imagine what that break room smells like. You know what I mean? What that microwave has been through.
Dude, lately on Twitter, all of the like blue check accounts called like the nation of yore, or like, the Greco roses, and it's like, the statuesque guys, and they're like the Hitler Youth, whatever. They're posting all day about race science. 2 of those guys have gotten doxxed, and they're just like they're like Indian 16-year-olds, like just posting all day about how Indian they stink,
Right.
and about how Mexicans and blah blah blah, the most racist shit of all time. And it's like,
Well, it takes one to know one.
yeah. And I'm like, how do you end up in that position? Like, I understand, like, you can be I understand that you can be profoundly racist and be, not white. It's very common. It happens all the time. But to be cartoonishly racist and post, like, AI-generated photos of, like, a crying white woman surrounded by a bunch of huge, big-lipped black, like, people, and it's like, this is real. This is happening in Philadelphia. And then someone doxes you, and your name is, like, Vishay Gupta, and your dad's, like, a neurosurgeon, and you just couldn't do anything. Like, how do you end up there specifically? Like, how does that happen to you?
My favorite tweet is the I am Hitler from India. I'm Indian Hitler.
Yeah.
Do you know the one I'm talking
yes,
about?
Yes. Yeah. Well,
like,
I think some of them are like, oh no, like their whole thing is we're Aryan. We're like the first Aryans. Like conquerors came to India and they were like lighter skinned. So and then they mixed with like the indigenous people. And that's
I hope that's true. I hope they are the real white people.
I pray it's true.
Yeah.
You pray that like Indian people are the real white people?
I saw a guy who, did you see the guy who took a photo of himself that he was tweeting about like fuck black people, and he was like Hitler's great and stuff, and this dude goes that dude that was saying that he took a selfie of himself, and it's from here up, and he has the huge like Indian unibrow.
Yes.
And he goes my ancestors were raped by Scandinavians. I'm half white, bitch. I'm actually very light skinned.
That's incredible.
Just thinking you're arguing with a white. You think you're arguing with like Fred Phelps,
Like a David Duke,
yes.
like a learned racist or something, and it's just like an Indian 16-year-old. It's like a self-hating like Indian like Nazi guy.
Yeah, just with an iPad, and he's in a big pit that he dug.
I'm fine with
that
it
he
if they
jumped
want to
into.
join the white people team. If they want to be white, that's fine with me. I'm fine with anybody being like, I want to be white. I'm like, that's fine. At open enrollment, you can be white if you want to.
Yeah, we don't turn anybody away.
Yeah. It's harder. Yeah, it's harder to join other races. White
Rachel
people.
Dolezal did it. She doubled down.
No, I'm saying because there's pushback there. But if she was like, I'm white, I'd be like, sure. You know what I mean? Right. Sorry.
Dude, she's.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I want to be okay with like a dark ass Indian dude being like, I'm a white man.
That's fine.
I'd be like, fuck out of here. Go be Indian.
I'm not the gatekeeper. You know what I mean? But you do as you please. But I guess I'm just really accepting nowadays.
I guess I'm really accepting.
I guess basically,
I would actually let black people be white people because I'm open-minded.
Oh yeah, sure, fuck yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you guys, come on over here.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing.
Jake, I'm sure you saw the video of like the guys that go down to the border, and there's like black dudes from like Senegal and like weird like people like on goats and shit, and they're all coming across the Mexican border, and they go, where are you heading? And they go, Manhattan. They go, where are you going? And someone's like, Biloxi, Mississippi. Like, where are you going? And they're picking different places that it's like a Benny Johnson video or something.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
My mom.
It's a 7-minute long video of all of these migrants. They come up through Mexico. They come from India, Africa, and apparently they just walk right in, and then like they just go to like Buc-ee's, I guess, to get a job. I'm not really sure.
My mom sends me that stuff and is like, this is happening everywhere, and if you're not prepared for it, we're at the end of days. And it's a video of a Chinese guy in like a knockoff Nirvana shirt, and he's like, I go to New York City to work at the store. And my mom's like, that guy's going to rape and kill every white woman. Like,
I work at the M&M store.
I'm going to work at KB Toys. My mom's like, that guy is Hamas. And I'm like, he's fucking from from Mongolia or whatever.
I love the movie Big.
Yeah. I'm like, does that guy strike fear in your heart? Because he's got a... Yes. He's got a Patrick and SpongeBob shirt on that says, I'm with stupid. And
Asians should scare white people more. I think we've become a little bit too comfortable with them as a because their hands are so fast.
elaborate on that.
Because they can move. Have you ever been to have you ever seen them cook? It's a crate, like their hands.
It's all I
like
watch
a
them
blur.
do.
Is that? But
And they're small. They can like.
Oh wow, very good. Throw the egg in my mouth. Thank you.
I mean, yeah,
Have you ever seen their hands move? It's blurry.
Yeah,
Like in
yeah.
a cartoon or something.
Yeah.
It's so quick. It looks like a dragonfly's
You're
wing.
just watching Bruce Lee movies. These guys are good.
Well, we got to secure our borders.
yeah.
Dude, if they were doing kung fu at the border, that'd be insane.
Dude, yeah, my mom sends me a
Karate
video
chopping the wall.
of a guy doing like tornado kicks, and she's like, they're coming.
Border Patrol Agent Mike Balls has been slain by a mighty Chinese warrior. One of Genghis Khan's Mongol tribesmen has decapitated him with a pike.
Every town is being over.
Dude, if Attila the Hun came through like South Texas, that'd be so sick.
Genghis Khan. Or
Well, they're the same guy, basically, historically speaking. The two Asian guy from history.
something there. People are saying there's like Venezuelan gangs going to war with Hell's Angels or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Tren de Aragua. That's the gang. And we need to watch out for them.
what is it?
Tren de Aragua.
Is it that one of the gangs?
That's the gang that supposedly is taking over Aurora.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody that like all of my family on Facebook posts videos all day of again, just like the caption doesn't match the video. The caption is like bloodthirsty like gang members from Venezuela are coming over to like destroy KFC. And you're like, "Okay, let me get a look at these fellas."
Yeah.
And then the guy in the photo is just smiling on the back of a donkey.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not afraid of that guy, like he doesn't
No, but you never know.
The donkey could have like
There could be a bunch of MS-13 guys like,
In the
stacked on
donkey.
top of each other,
Yeah,
like
okay.
with a big poncho over them.
they're just smuggling MS-13 guys in the donkey's ass.
Yeah.
Just like bringing them over the border. Yeah, I could see
I don't
that.
know. I don't really believe in anything anymore. I don't know what is real at all.
Same.
That I see
Yeah.
online.
Yeah,
I truly
yeah.
have no clue. I just like it because I don't know. It's just fun to watch everything. It's fun to watch nobody know anything
Yeah.
and get really angry, and then
Yeah.
a race war will happen. Or
Yeah,
something.
people are worried about MS-13. All the kids are worried about is the damn new iPhone 13 that's coming out soon.
God damn it, dude.
Okay, babe.
Okay, babe. Dude, from Seattle to LA, it's like 1,100 miles. We'll be in the car. We'll just be in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and mountainous ranges, and I'll put on like Waylon Jennings or something, and he's like, "Yeah, we used to have Waylon Jennings, and now kids just wail on their phone," and I'm like, okay, and then
Yeah, and now here's what I would do. I would say, we used to have Waylon Jennings, and now we don't even have nickels and pennies. That's a better joke that I would.
Yeah, that
probably
is much better.
yeah. It's better at pissing me the fuck off. I mean, I don't.
But it's kind of true when you think about it.
It is
yeah,
actually.
it's true too. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, and that's just the world I guess that's just the world we live in nowadays, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
What a world.
Jake's an optimist, though. I like Jake
Yeah.
still has some spirit left.
I think it's like I don't know if it's spirit. I just like. I was talking to Ben about this last night, where it's like that you're fucked, but you're like, can I just before it goes to shit, can I just get a jet ski?
Right.
Can I ask cheeseburger? Like, I feel like I was saying this to Ben last night, and we talked about this before. Like, I get my life kind of figured out, and that's my fault. It took me a long time. I had Arrested Development, pills were cool, and like I like to jack off and whatever. And then I'm like, no, I got to figure it out. And now everything is like, it costs $1,000 to go to the grocery store, and you're fucked, and it's over.
Yeah.
And like everybody's, your son's gonna be gay, and your wife's gonna hate you. And there's Chinese, karate, Mexican gang members at every doorstep waiting to rape every white Christian woman. And you're like, God damn it,
God,
can
I
I
wish.
can I just get something going before
Tally ho.
Can I just get something going
Yeah.
before the end of days or whatever?
Probably not.
I hear you.
Probably not. Yeah.
No, because and I hate to say it, but a lot of stuff is just woke nowadays.
Man,
At the grocery store and everything.
the Wokery
Oh,
store.
The groceries have genders.
Yeah, pronouns.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, dude?
I like it.
Are you gonna have your son dressed like a little girl?
Probably, and I'm gonna get it as soon as he's born. I'm just gonna say, cut the umbilical cord and get him a pussy
Install
right
it.
now
Yeah.
Like
while
a
he's soft.
On his stomach.
Get him a tiny one. You know, it's cheaper if they're tiny.
Yeah.
That's why they try and get the kids to transition, because it's cheaper with those tiny bodies, tiny soft bodies. You don't have to get as much skin and everything.
Yeah, it's cheaper to work on a Miata.
It's like how when you do a really small drawing, you can do it well. You know what I mean?
Right.
The bigger it is, the more the errors show
How
up.
they can do like the,
Yeah.
kind of like how they can write like the Lord's Prayer on a grain of rice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know that thing?
Mm.
It's gotta
That's-
feel good as a doctor when you do a labioplasty. You're like, this is a perfect pussy I just made. You know what I mean? What if you fuck it up?
Go ahead,
though?
take it for a spin.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Got a nice pop to it.
Yeah. As part of my job is like
And you molested the kid.
And guys, it can be that easy. It can happen to you just like that. Who's to say who's innocent, who's guilty?
Yeah, there's a school watching it.
Oh, so I
school
guess
auditoriums watching the whole thing. Like when they'd have like drunk
Yeah.
driver, like the drunk, you know, the people who would be like, my kid got killed by a drunk driver,
Yeah.
and they have like the car there.
mhm.
The doctors come and they turn one of the kids trans in front of everybody, and they're like, and seeing this could happen to you. It's like a dare program, but they actually have to turn one of the kids trans. But they go, it's just part of the. It teaches them a lesson.
We'll
at
do
the
it
end
for
of the day.
free, but somebody has to.
I
Deal?
feel
Someone has to volunteer.
Guys, we got a deal. It's like 40 kids. One of you is walking home with a brand new pussy today,
it was like a show. What's it like?
and the rest of you get a B.
Hey, bring your kid, like your dad, to work. Like show what your dad does for work style, like PTA meeting, and it's like, oh, a fireman, oh, a police officer, oh, it's the guy who like installs the pussies on like, you know, newborn baby boys or whatever the fuck. The guy who's like, that's his job, and it's like,
He
oh,
installs the two pussies.
It's like a tattoo artist. He's like, yeah, this was one of my first ones. It wasn't great, but I was practicing on myself.
that like.
They're probably doing that in prison, like the way they give themselves their own tattoos or make their own wine.
Yeah.
They're giving themselves pussies.
Stick and poke pussy.
Mm-hmm. Designer style.
Yeah.
If you, so is it? This is one thing again. I don't know what's real or not. Like, one side will say like, oh, everybody, they're trying to pink pill every child, and then there's a side that's like, no, it's just like some of. I don't know. Like, how do you ascertain? Like, is it? It's not a problem. I don't think.
I mean, I know a lot of kids, and I don't think any of them are in danger, at least not when I'm around.
I'll FaceTime some of the kids that I know tonight and ask
Yeah,
them
yeah.
when their parents are asleep.
Yeah.
Once their parents go to bed, I'll call them and ask them.
I get kind of nervous when I think about how long kids go without seeing me, though.
Yeah,
you know
makes
what I
you
mean?
uncomfortable.
And I think who else is talking to them that's not me?
Well,
When
who's
they're out of my
influencing-
hands, whose hands are they in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's why you put them all in a
Yeah.
big group text.
yeah.
You just say, hey, it's Tommy Tugger.
Yeah.
Hey,
And none
it's-
of the kids know each other, so it's very
Yeah,
weird
and I
for
tell my
them.
parents, I'm like, I can't get a job yet. I'm working on something really important.
yeah, it's for the show.
Talking to
Oh,
children.
you want kids to get fucking molested?
You're like a mentor.
Yeah. Oh, so I can't have an air. What's this called? Those air tags. I can't have one of those in every backpack in Los Angeles County.
You're air tagging kids.
Yeah.
You got to keep
Like
them
a marine biologist,
Yeah.
like tracking like
Yeah.
turtles or
Yeah.
something.
I
Yeah.
have to have a bunch of phones because they keep dying from.
Was it? What did you send the one bin where the lady was like, "This is a packer"? They're called little packers, and it was like a fake rubber ding dong that they were saying that like they give.
Yeah, but anytime I send something like that, you guys are like, "Oh, Ben got again by the X algorithm."
It's honestly
And
funny.
I'm like, "Well, it's a video and it's a lady. I don't know."
It's funny to me to.
Have you seen this video, Dev?
No, what is it?
There's a video of a lady who, like, if a little girl wants to feel like she's a boy, you can buy little boy penises that are made of plastic.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you put them in your pants, and apparently trans people also do that to feel like the other gender, and they walk around with a bulge, even though they...
Way better than the alternative.
But they're made to look like children's penises and balls, and you could just buy them.
I mean...
If you open that in the mail, I mean...
I'd rather do that than give my child, like, facial reconstructive chimp surgery as a baby.
My Matt Rife surgery.
But would you actually go to a website to buy a childlike penis and balls? It's made to look like a child's penis and balls.
Some of us are gifted with
it's a
certain
great
equipment
loophole.
to start with. I could see a child's
medical
penis and
device.
balls every day if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Hey, officer, I got your kid's dick right here.
You have a Ziploc bag. But that video, anytime I said something like that to Jake, he's like, "Oh, you got by the X algorithm because it's trying to program to turn everybody right wing." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe, but like also like
there's like
these are
awesome
things.
like Haley Welch is doing some awesome stuff with her like new like Hawk Tua platform that she has. So it's like
Talk to her. That's the name of her podcast.
Yeah.
talk to
Yeah, and people like mock it, but it's like she's like doing so much for the X community and
for
everything.
the meme community.
Yeah, it's like so much just like honestly like really heartwarming.
You know what I like about her? She has a great sense of humor about herself. Like people make memes and she's like, "Oh, this is a great meme." Like she doesn't get like mad about it like other
Yeah,
celebrities.
she's cool. She's cool.
down to
She's
earth.
not like other girls.
She's 21.
Yeah. It's my little firecracker.
Jake, did you see the conspiracy that she's actually Israeli Jewish?
Of course,
and
of course.
Did you look into it to see if it's actually
I tried,
real?
and I couldn't find anything about her dad being like, like ex, Israeli or IDF or anything. But also, as Devin said earlier, like, it sounds like something that could be true, because there will be like, you'll wake up one morning and there will be like the biggest pop star in the world, and you're like, and they're huge, and you're like, I didn't know that this person existed last night at 2 a.m. when I went to bed. Mm-hmm. And then they're like touring everywhere. They're doing 200 shows. Mm-hmm. And there was no gradual, like you would expect from an up-and-coming star. And then you're like, I'm going to Google this person. And their dad's name is like Morshfield Borstein. And they were like the best sniper and the best torturer in Shin Bet. And you're like, and their mom is like a moral psychologist for the FBI. Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay. So you just produced a daughter that was raised in LA her whole life. She's not going to go back to Israel and do karate to people who can't read. And she's not going to teach, how to profile different Muslim people for the FBI. She's going to sing songs about blowjobs and house parties.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. It's
kind of like we got one.
Yeah. We were able to get rid of it. Yeah. I don't know. But she could be. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think she looks. I think she just looks like kind of a silly
Would
Southern woman.
Jews be like this, like offended? But like, why would they want? Why would there be like a thing where they want like a Jew to be like a retarded dick sucking meme?
Like belt buckle bunny.
Yeah.
Like what's their plan there?
I think to brainwash the masses into being severed from God so they continue to be the master race.
Like they think like Hawk Tua is distracting people from caring about Palestinian kids.
And look at them. They're speechless after I dropped that truth bomb.
Truth bomb dropped.
Speechless.
Hashtag speechless.
Ben was talking about earlier. So
it's
like
giving speechless.
Ben will send a video of like
Jews own all the porn websites. Go on, Jake.
no, do they?
They own cars for kids. I found out recently.
Oh, so Devin was Devin looked into this and
I was gonna, because I have to give away my car as like a junk car, and I was like, should I get like $300 for it or get like a tax write off?
Yeah.
Donate it. And everyone was like, go to Cars for Kids. And I looked into it, and they're like a Jewish organization, and they like funnel all the money into like the Hasidic community, and they try and get like secular Jews to like become more like Orthodox.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever.
Nice.
And like they all these threads saying like none of the money goes to
Anybody,
but
no kids involved.
it goes
Yeah.
to like hats, like top hats, and
the big ass
whatever.
robe.
Yeah, robes.
That's nice.
Ben will sometimes send a video of like the streets of London, and one of the favorite things that chat does to Ben is Ben will be like, "Oh my God, this city is being like, or whatever. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't know London used to look like this, and we're all like, Instagram's turning you into a Nazi. Or like you're being turned into a fascist by the X everything app or whatever.
Well, that was because when I went there, and I felt the same way. London is turning people into a Nazi.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
They're all right wing there, man. I tried to tell you. Every London person we talk to is like, we love Trump and like we gotta get these people out of our country.
So, well, those were like the trash from like Essex.
The
that
shaft.
came in for the night, but, like,
to all the madness.
the others are like silent
madness
about
in it.
Mr. Bean. Is that you? No, it's like, but I was like, isn't it? But it's the same shit in Texas, where it's like, it's just people who like don't like Mexicans who like come over the border. But it's like, is it a problem that is like driving people mad, or is it just?
No. That's not fair. That's not fair.
In what way?
Because in Texas, people love the Mexicans that are in Texas. They're like, just enough already, and then they want to close the border. But Texans love Hispanics and Mexicans in general.
I don't know if that's true.
That's 100% true. I've never seen like white dudes that are like, I fucking hate Hispanics. They're always like, Mexicans are clean. They work really hard. They got big titties.
That's crazy. It's not true at all.
At least not in construction. I remember one of my old
Would you see
bosses-
race wars in construction?
Yeah, they would be like, "I'll beat the grease off you fucking people." They would say that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like
They'd be like, "You fucking Mexicans." They would say Mexican like it was a slur, which doesn't typically work. But if you say it right, if you have the right tone, it kind of works.
Yeah,
It's like a magic pronunciation where you're like, "Oh, I guess it's a bad word now."
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
My dad turned it like into the N-word. He would call them Mexicans. And then he would go, my dad would always go, Mexicans. He's like, they're good people, but they're not very modest. And I was wondering what that meant.
He just thought
I don't know,
he
he said
just
that
thought
all
their
the time.
music was too loud or something.
I don't know.
He saw the portraits painted on the car hoods, and he's like, "This is too much."
He made some point once about how like they love to get naked, and he's like, they're not very modest.
Your dad's racism is so.
He was scared of big booty Latinas.
Yeah.
He was terrified of giant asses.
Yeah.
He had some sort of phobia that he'd be crushed by a giant Latino ass.
He had a formative experience at a public swimming pool.
Oh,
He got scared by a lowrider once.
A lady did a cannonball on him once, and the giant ass almost killed him.
When he was a kid.
Yeah.
She did a cannonball on his head.
It like eclipsed the sun. That's the last thing he saw. Before.
Yeah.
El culo de muerte.
People in Texas love Mexicans, though.
No, I think you're talking about a certain type of like hardworking, like middle of the road Christian type. That's like, yeah, there are hardworking people. They talk about them like noble savages. Those Texans exist for sure.
Noble savage.
That's how they talk. They're like,
Sure, they see them as lesser than whites.
yes,
for
yes.
sure.
There's no. That person exists. Guys like my uncle, people in my family that I have known, cousins and stuff. They're literally like, it's not that if they're already here, they're fine. It's like they need to go. Like they need to be like gone. They're taking the job that I would do, which is, by the way, like shoveling concrete for like $5 an hour. My uncle, nobody in my family could do that job. Way too fat, way too stupid.
Your uncle does slip and fall scams to make money, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Are you going to edit that out?
I might, because he's very litigious. He's like crazy litigious, dude.
My bad.
No. He's like, dude, I was just talking to my mom about this the other day. Like, as the show gets bigger, I've like told less stories about him because he would absolutely see that we make any money at all and be like,
Does he have the money to even come after you?
Dude, he not kidding. He takes all of his, from what I understand, he takes his winnings and like keeps them in cash so the IRS like he has like a shady. I don't know how he does it, but yeah, he probably would.
Dude, he does these things where like they plan like a thing where they walk in Walmart and they slip where it says like they make sure there's no like the janitor forgot to put like the caution sign down, and they literally do slip and fall scams, and they get big checks from all these places.
When I tell the story all the time, I don't think I've told you, Devin, but when I first my fiance, the first time she met my family, we had Thanksgiving at a Buffalo Wild Wings. And that big cousin I told you about earlier.
Sounds good as fuck.
I was like, hey, look, these people are very racist. and they're very cheap and they're very mean, and just understand that. And she was like, it's cool. Like, I've been around white trash people, and I was like, and she thought I was exaggerating. We walk in, dude. My 600-pound cousin is doing the Peter Griffin thing next to the soda machine, and he's like, oh, no. Oh, like groaning and looking up, and the manager's got a big paper workbook and is like filling stuff out, like stressed out as fuck. And I was like, what happened to my uncle? And he's like, he slipped on some water. We're going to get this all taken care of, and we're going to talk to somebody about this. Oh, my God. And I looked at her, and I was like, dude, they're going to get like some money probably out of this.
Did they just try to get free dinner out of something?
Yeah,
like that?
always. Yeah. They'll like eat they'll eat 3 plates of food for one person and be like, there was a chip of porcelain in the plate. I found it at the end. And they'll just complain until they get like the meal for free.
It was my tooth.
It was my last tooth.
It was one of my bones.
It was my jawbone.
It's okay though. It went back inside me. It'll find its way home.
Yeah. My dad texted me one time a picture of his mouth, and he just had like a black hole where his tooth used to be. And the text said, lost another teeth for eating a chicken wing. And he was like updating me on his life because we hadn't talked in a few months. And he was like, oh, I was eating drumstick and I lost my last molar. And I was like, dude, that's so awesome. Told Thomas this. We were eating chicken wings one time, and he had a picture of a chicken wing open up on his phone.
That's so funny.
As he was eating the chicken wing. And I was like, what's up? And he's like, I just like to look up stuff sometimes when I'm eating it.
Our group chat that we've been in for years somehow, it's called Riri's Big Fake Tits Group. I was Riri. My alt account was Riri. But we named it Big Fake Tits Group because I believe your dad, when he was still alive, he was in a group chat with his 4 buddies. And what was it called?
Ray Ray's Big Fake Tits Group.
Ray Ray's Big Fake Tits Group. And the entire group, I kid you not, they would just send pictures of big fake tits to each other, and they'd thumb them up.